Hey guys, and welcome back to Natdog's Builds. Oh, it's been a long time, hasn't it? Crazy year it's been, and now I'm back at it and ready to build some more. In this episode, I will be tackling a pirate ship. Yes, a big, large pirate ship to go along with my evil fortress. And if you haven't seen that video, go check out that video and see my build on it. And for this build, I started off using light oak wood and dark oak wood, and this is just the layout. And while we're doing the layout, let me tell you why I've been gone. Well, not many people have been watching my videos lately, to some shockers, and I can understand why, because most of my videos have been the complete builds instead of showing you the processes. And I haven't been getting very many likes either, or comments on what I should add to my builds or what I should do for my builds. So if you could put some comments down on whether or not what you think I should build next, or continue with the Cars episode 2, because we have yet to do episode 2 of the Cars Stadium yet. I have over 100 views for the Cars Stadium, yet not really much 100 likes to it. So what I want to do for this episode is, once you watch it, give it a like, and if it gets 50 or more, since the previous video got 100 views, it should get 50 likes, and if it does, I'll continue with Cars episode 2. And while we're at it, how about I get 5 more subscribers to my channel? That'll help a lot. Now there's the base of the ship complete. Ah, looking good so far, doesn't it? Now I'm just smoothing out the edges here, seeing what I can do to make it more neat. Now that the exterior is done, time to put in the back deck of the ship. This took me a while to find the right measurements on how high it should be. Now put it in the second deck, or as we like to call it, the poop deck. And also where I should be putting the captain's quarters. Now we'll be moving to the front deck, where I'll be putting a bottom deck and an upper deck, just like the ones behind us. Next are the 3 masts. So I'll be starting off with the front mast. It shouldn't be too big, so did a relative size. Now I put in 2 little hatches to see down below. And this took me a while to get right. And that looks pretty good. And now I'll start on the second mast, which should be a lot bigger, because that's where we'll be putting the crow's nest. And the third mast will be the exact same size as the first. And that's looking pretty good so far. Now it's time to start on the sails. And obviously there's no cloth, so I used white wool. And I went off smooth at first, and later on I'll put in more detail. And I had to truly make them look like sails. Because if they were just flat, it wouldn't be a sail at all, so... And it took me quite a bit to do this. And I'm just going around, seeing if it's even or not, going pace back and forth, you know how it is. And that's the first sail done. And I did the same thing for the other sails, laid them flat and then added detail on the sides, left, right. And I did it for all 6 sails. Now here I'm doing the crow's nest. I've laid down some wool to lay down the foundations to put the sides in, and doing the flag with white wool also. And would have took me a long time to do the other sail as well, so what I did was use World Edit and copy and pasted the sail to the other side. Ah, now that is looking like a pirate ship so far, don't you think? Now, to make the head a little longer at the front of the ship, because it wouldn't be intimidating if it was short, and I used wooden stairs to connect to the ship, and they're supposed to be rope, but Minecraft doesn't have good rope, so I used the stairs. And I put them all throughout the ship to keep the sails and the masts connected. Alright, now that that's sorted, now to put in some decoration to the ship. And I decided to put in cannon holes first. I had to put them out evenly with shuds on the top. Or maybe windows, I don't know. I put in some more detail to the side of the ship. That's looking good so far. Of course, the back. Put some windows in for the captain's quarters. And as we pan around, that looks good so far. And I decided to make the ship checkered pattern because I didn't want it to look all plain. So I put dark oak wood all the way down. To make it look more showy. And I put the checkered pattern on the back side as well. And to make it look a little more smooth, of course it's dark so you can't really tell. And doing the same thing on the front side, make a checkered pattern with dark oak. Now that's one side of the ship complete, and it would have been a pain to do it on the other side, so I did what I did with the sails, and used the world edit, copy and paste, and look at that, it turned out great. It took me a few tries to get the right alignments, but in the end, that is one good looking ship. Now that the outside of the ship is done, now to add some decoration. And I first made a lamp with an anvil and a light stone brick with trapdoors and a little desk. And I put some barrels on the side. Now, the first room back here, I decided to make a storage room. Blocked off the walls to make it a little more neat. And listen to this pirate music, huh? Yeah, now we're getting more into the pirate spirit. A few chests and a few equipment items. And here is the first storage room. And I didn't forget the door. And I put in some upside down stairs for the bottom of the main mast. And I put in a few lights in front of each stairway. And then I built up a ladder that connects to the crow's nest, because obviously the Buccaneer will need a way to get up there to spot other enemy ships. And I had to extend the Meissen mast underneath. And then put a few more barrels and lanterns for the bottom room. And for this room, I decided to make it the officers' cabins. Like before, I blocked off it to make it more neat. And split it into 2 ways for 2 rooms. And the hallway was looking a little pale, so I added some anvils and lanterns and a desk behind with a skull. And put in a door. And then first off, made a desk for the officers. Chest and a little decoration and a bed and a light with a sea pickle and a skull. And the same thing for the other room. Put the room the same way, except the other way around. And there we go, our 2 officers' cabins. Now it was time to decorate below deck, so I made a stairway. And I used wooden spruce stairs to make my way down. And the same for the other side of the ship. And I made it a little more neat on the ends. And put supplies on the bottom. Wooden barrels and chests. And then just proceeded to cover it up with slabs. And you'll see why later. Then I connected the mast and proceeded to make crew rooms. And they're a little small, but you know, the captain doesn't really have that much respect for his crew members. Bloody pirate. And then added some decoration to the hallway, adding lights and cabinets and a sea pickle. And also a skull and the little trapdoor planks on the side to make it a little more neat, not so plain. You don't see me working on the crew rooms because that would have been a pain to go inside and go back and forth. Add a little chest, 2 beds for the first room, and for the far rooms over here, just 1 bed. 1 bed over here, and then double bed. And then back here, So 6 rooms in all. And then I put in another storage room full of chests, pumpkins, just what a typical storage room would be on the bottom of the deck. And of course you didn't see me do it, but I also did the dining room and kitchen too on that side. I didn't bother filming that. Sorry. And then added some trapdoors to make way to the storage below. And then make our way back up. And the last thing we had to do was to decorate the back end of the ship. Put in some barrels, some lights on the bottom there. Made it a little more smooth on the back. Put in some chests. And some wooden stairs to put in the map. Took me a while to get that map into place. And then proceeded to put in the steering wheel. And then a few lights. And that's looking pretty good. And now coming down, it's finally time to do the captain's quarters. Of course, you don't see me doing that as well, because it would have been a pain to go back and forth, because it's such a small room. But it's quick. Put in red carpet, gold armor, a bed, red bed, nether chest. Just what a typical captain's quarters would look like. And there we go. That is the pirate ship that I have built in this episode. And if you want me to continue with the Cars Stadium, just give me those 50 likes and maybe a few more subscribers while you're at it. But anyway, this was a fantastic build. Took me a while to complete, but I am very satisfied with this. You know, a ship going on the evil fortress, declaring war on it. Oh, it's perfect in every way. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you made it to the end, you're a true subscriber. And I'll see you in the next episode of Let's Build.